A little boy sits at the dinner table. He does not speak, much not, because he has nothing to say, but because he knows if he says the wrong thing, the room will go quiet. The air will tightenize, will turn sharp so. He looks down at his plate moving food. Around hoping to disappear, his sister shares her day and gets a warm smile. His brother talks about his grades and receives encouragement, but when he speaks, something changes. The energy shifts, the air stiffens. His words are treated not as mistakes, but as offenses. He begins to feel like a stranger in his own home. This is the silent reality of the hated child, not always hated with harsh words, not always hated with visible actions, but hated in toning, energy. The sigh when they enter the room, the way their presence feels like a disruption instead of a welcome command. For many people, this is not a story. It's memory. A child is born seeking belonging. They come into this world open, fragile, hungry for safety. When love is withheld or replaced with resentment, the child does not simply feel unloved. They begin to feel unworthy of love. Loved is a situation, unworthy becomes an identity. The first bonds a child forms become the blueprint for every future relationship. When those bonds are warm, confidence grows. When they are cold or hostile, rejection is internalized. The hated child becomes the adult who still flinches even when no one is raising a hand. And here is the painful truth: most hated children do not even realize they were hated, because to a child, parents are reality. A parent shows disdain. The child does not think my parent is flawed. The child thinks something must be wrong with me, so the mind protects the bond. The pain, that self-blame, quietly shapes a lifetime. Comparison deepens the wound. When love is uneven among siblings, the child notices. They see who gets praised, who gets celebrated, who gets held with softness, and they notice that when it comes to them, the tone changes. Maybe less eye contact, less patience, less celebration of small victories, but the nervous system understands. I am not wanted. Every time the brain learns to expect rejection. A friend's silence feels personally. Partner's bad mood feels like abandonment. Simple criticism feels like confirmation. The problem. Chronic rejection reshapes the nervous system. Brain becomes hyper alert, scanning for danger, scanning for disapproval. Peace feels unfamiliar. Chaos feels normal. And yet there is a paradox. The hated child becomes deeply perceptive. They read the room instantly. They sense emotions before words are spoken. This is not magic, it's survival. When your safety depended on predicting rejection, you became an expert at noticing shifts. Many hated children develop survival strategies. Some become perfectionists believing achievement will finally earn love. Some become people pleasers, shaping themselves to gain approval. Some choose rebellion, pushing others away before they can be rejected. Different masks, same wound, was not accepted as I am without awareness. These patterns repeating relationships, in careers, even in parenting, because what is unhealed continues. But the story does not end here. Healing begins when the adult sees the child they once were not to blame endlessly, but to understand clearly. We're not too much. You were not too sensitive. You were not unworthy. Something happened to you. That changes everything. Healing means offering yourself what you never received. Compassion, patience. It means saying to yourself, you are worthy, you are lovably belong. The brain can change, the nervous system can relearn, safety, love can be rebuilt. Not always with a family you were born into, but with chosen family, with friends, with communities that see you. Belonging is not limited to blood. It can be created. The transformation is this: from victim of circumstance to author of your life. You were rejected. Yes, it shaped you, but it does not define you. Let us return to that little boy at the table, looking down, feeling invisible. Maybe he still lives inside you. Maybe that little girl still waits to be seen. The invitation is simple: look at them, see them, what no one else did. You are worthy. You are enough. You are enough. The moment the hated child is finally met with love, not conditional love, not borrowed love, but love that says you exists, therefore you matter. Maybe that is the deepest truth of all. The hated child was never truly unworthy. They were waiting for someone, perhaps even themselves, to finally say yes.